You're looking live at Vancouver this morning. A strong Pacific storm is moving across BC's southern coast, forecast to bring heavy rain and gusty winds to the region. With more on that storm, let's bring in CTV's Regan Hasegawa. Regan, a little bit rainy, a little bit windy, clearly by the sign of things right now. What is it like where you are, and what are we expecting today?
Good morning, Matt. Well, the weather has really picked up in the last half hour or so. It's currently raining right now in Tsawwassen, just outside of the ferry terminal here. But the wind is really what's picked up in the last few minutes. So far, there's no cancellations to BC ferries, but forecasters have said that wind speeds could reach up to 80 kilometers per hour by the water. So they are going to be keeping a close eye on things here at BC ferries. But we do know Vancouver Island was hit the hardest. Yesterday, they saw winds up to 130 kilometers per hour.
So clearly, I think power outages may be the one thing. Trees going down and falling on it. Do we know about power outages right now at this point, and is this going to stick around for a few days?
So there haven't been any massive power outages so far. We've seen a few thousand on Vancouver Island in more of the interior of British Columbia. There's actually a warning from BC Hydro up in BC's interior right now about power outages. And that's partly because we've had a lot of nice weather, so there's still a lot of leaves on the trees. They then get weighed down by the wetness and then the wind. So that is the biggest concern, is down trees on power lines. But no major outages in Metro Vancouver so far. But as I mentioned, the wind has really just started picking up in the last half hour or so. So we'll have to see how the morning progresses. But yes, this is just the start of what's going to be a very wet and windy weekend. We know that the wind is going to die off sometime this afternoon, but then another storm system is expected to arrive on BC's south coast sometime tomorrow. And so British Columbians are being advised to make sure their devices are charged, clear their drains, and have a flashlight handy.
And any concerns, clearly, Regan, about flooding too, with that amount of rain coming very quickly?
The good thing is we have been in touch with the BC River Forecast Center. For now, in the lower mainland, there's only what they call an advisory, so they're just keeping an eye on things. We're only expecting anywhere from 10 to 30 millimeters of rain today here in Metro Vancouver. There is more of an escalated warning in the interior of British Columbia, where flooding is a bigger concern. But yes, they're definitely keeping a close eye on things. We did have a very kind of dry and hot start to the fall season, and because of that, some of the ground may have trouble absorbing some of that moisture, so they will definitely be keeping an eye on localized flooding.
Okay, we appreciate the update. CTV's Regan Hasegawa live for us in Vancouver. Thanks, Regan.